Good day. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there. Call it the 26. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down. Got a little bit of
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Daniel Jones sacked.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
Jones pass.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And it's third.
From the gun on third down. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the Giants first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry. Brandon, all things considered, they have to...
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Deshaun Watson sacked.
So now the Bengals offense, they'll start with great field position. Leading them out, their 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now from Clemson, Deshaun Watson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Tyler sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Deshaun Watson, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now the try here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones can't get away, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Britton Colquitt to punt this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's brought down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
out of the gun, Watson.
At the 29-yard
throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st and 10, Watson out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the Giants' 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 42.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018. 9th last year, but I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Mixon again, the ball carrier.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
from the gun. Here's Watson. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Watson on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Complete.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
2nd and 1.
From the gun, Watson. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Giants nothing.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Shy of the goal line. A gain of 5. brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
Bengals.
A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0.
It is good.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pettis now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Jones.
1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Catch made by Slayton. 7 yards the pickup there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Logan Wilson on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the
now Jones. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
21. Giants nothing.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
5-yard line.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. This pass complete to Higgins.
Complete to T.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Third and 12.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Watson.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter Kevin Huber to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's Deshaun Watson who is the star of the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over.
They fell last week at the hands of the Washington football team, but they've got the lead right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson able to find Higgins.
Watson's pass.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To the air yet again. Watson. He's got his man. Boyd.
That's good for us.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Number 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun. Watson. That's taken in by Higgins. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Bengals.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st
and 4.
From the gun, Watson. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Travion Williams, the ball carrier.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And this one is right through.
Is good.
And the route is on. It's 24-0.
24. Giants nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now out come the Giants.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, that's complete to Slayton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
From the gun, Jones. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Kevin Huber now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've got. And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
First and 10 at the Bengals' 43-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the line a little bit. Q26. Watch time.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
Jones pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run with Barkley. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Cincinnati, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.